Hey everybody, it's Southern Guy Reviews. Figured I'd start my little how-to videos on hook tying. I've done a lot of fishing gear reviews, so I thought I'd stick with that category when I started the how-to videos. The first knot I want to teach everybody is actually my favorite knot. I use it all the time. I've been using it for years. I try to teach it to everybody that goes fishing with me. Trying to help other people learn this knot because it is such a great knot. To me, it's the fastest, simplest knot that gives you the most strength. So I recommend this knot to everybody I meet that likes to fish. So let's get started on the knot. The first thing you want to do is take your tag in. The tag in, when people refer to the tag in, it's actually the end of your line that is away from your rod and reel. The very end of your line that you thread through the eye of the hook is referred to as the tag in. So you're going to take your tag in and just thread it through the eye of the hook, and then double up your line and make a small loop in your line. It'll look something similar to that. That's the first step of doing the uni knot. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick it up now to do it. What I like to do is to pull the line nice and tight, and to me it just leaves a better knot when I'm done. You take your tag in and you just wrap it through the little hoop that you made. A lot of people say 5-6 times. Me, good rule of thumb when you're knot tying is more knots the better. I think on average 6-8 knots is pretty decent, so that's what I recommend, is 6 to 8 turns of your tag in. So once you get it however many turns you want, I like to hold the hook in my hand, and I also hold the line that goes to your rod and reel, and I'll pull on the tag end of the line, and it'll just cinch down that knot real nice and neat. It'll look something like that. A real nice neat knot. So once you get to this point, after you've cinched down your knot, it still gives you a loop, and you need to tighten the knot down to the hook. And what a lot of people do is they'll take the line that runs to the rod and reel and the hook, and they'll just pull on these, and it will cinch down the knot to the hook. I don't like that method because I think holding the hook in your hand and pulling on it can be dangerous. It could slip, it could stab you in the finger, your hand, whatnot. I just do not really care for that method. The method that I use and that I try to teach to people is to just let go of the hook, reach up and grab your knot, and just pull on the line that goes to your rod, and the knot will actually slide down the line, and it'll cinch up on the eye of the hook, just like so. Now in a lot of my videos, especially when I'm working with this braided line, you'll see me use a knife to cut the tag in, which I happen to have a knife here. And I'll cut the tag in with the knife. I do not recommend that method because, especially with this knife, it's extremely sharp, it's dangerous. Don't use that method. The best thing to do is keep a pair of nail clippers or some snips in your tackle. I use these snips. These are actually the ones that I carry in my tackle. It's from Husky. I love these little snips. It was actually in a little kit that I bought for my wife, and she never used it. So one day we were going to go fishing, and I was looking for a pair of snips to put in my tackle box, and I ran across this pair. This pair is my favorite pair of snips. I use them all the time. It don't cut the braided line, especially this 80-pound line, very good. I'll try to do it. You got to squeeze it pretty hard, and to see it leaves little strings, and you got to snip it again. I mean, it works very well on mono and flora, but just don't work that great with the braided line. So I do recommend that you have a knife in your tackle box. For one, it adds protection to you while you're out fishing, and two, sometimes it does come in handy. I don't recommend carrying a monster knife like this, just a regular little pocket knife. Let me see, I got one. A regular little pocket knife like this, which this one's my Sheffield knife. This is the one I carry all the time. These little pocket knives like this are perfect for doing work around the house. And I actually, if you catch me on the street, most of the time this knife is in my pocket. I just carry it everywhere I go. I'm always needing a knife for something, and this is my everyday knife. It's actually fairly cheap, and I've actually got a lot of use out of this knife. Harbor Freight actually carries some knives. At the time I bought them, the pocket knife I bought from Harbor Freight was $3.99, and that particular knife, I still have it today. I use it all the time too, but this is, like I said, my everyday knife. That one used to be, but then I came across this one. The one from Harbor Freight don't have the serrated edge, and I like the serrated edge, so that's the reason why I use the Sheffield knife. But definitely, if you're going out fishing, I recommend keeping a pocket knife with you. Actually, if you got an extra one, just leave it in your tackle box. That way you always have it, because sometimes when I go out, I do tend to forget my knife once in a while. But like I said, I always keep snips and other pliers and whatnot in my tackle. Now, the best thing to keep in your tackle, I'll discuss that in another video. We'll do a necessities of a tackle box video. But I'll go ahead and mention one of the items that I think is a necessity, and that's a multi-tool. Multi-tools, they have little scissors, they got different types of knives and pliers all in one unit, and that's a great addition to any tackle box. Well, I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video of how to tie a uni knot. If there's any type of knot that you would like to learn, just let me know. I'll make a video of it, and I'll put it on YouTube where everybody can find it, my Facebook page. I intend on doing every knot that I can find. I'll do a video on it, but if I'm not getting to that particular knot soon enough for you, just let me know, and I'll make it a point to go out of my way to make that video for you guys. Alright, well, I appreciate everybody watching, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day.